Okay, so I know there's a lot of you that really like the flowers, but you don't really want to hang them. You just want a way to put them on the table without laying them down. So that's what we're going to go through today, is I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can make a flower centerpiece. You can have one flower on it because they're big enough at the top. You can have two if you would like. I wouldn't suggest going with 3 just because there's a whole lot of balloons and they're going to kind of go every which direction, unless you want one on the back side facing the opposite direction. So to get started, we're going to make the base, simple base. We've used it in other stuff. So you just take one of the necks from the bottom quad, which has a weight on it. These are 5 pumps, these are 3 pumps. Pull the neck up through, figure 8. Really simple, there's your base. Okay, so there's 2 different ways that I like to do the stems. I like having the leaves. I think it looks really nice, it makes it a little sturdier. So the way you're going to make both of these is you're going to have some lime green 260s, and you're going to almost fully inflate. There'll be very little tail left. Once you get it inflated, we're going to let a little bit of air out to make it soft so that it's easy to twist. So for the first one, we just inflate. We have that little bit of tail that you should be able to see up against the white background. So I'm going to let some of the air out. Tie it off. Okay. So a lot of this depends on the size of your flower. These flowers have 6 pumps, so they're almost full size. So you're going to need a little bit longer on the first piece, but if you make the smaller ones, they'll have about 4 pumps. The way you tell is you put it up against the bottom of the yellow, give it about a 4 fingers length below it, and that's where our first twist is going to be. To make this part, we're going to give it a little bit of a squeeze to push it down into the tail a little more. On this one, I'm just going to make it pretty close to the size of 2 of the petals. So then we're going to twist there. Then we'll take this part, find the even spot on it right here, mark it, push it in, and we're going to grab all of it and twist. So now we have our petals. To attach it into the balloon, you just take the part that you tied on, and you can just go through the back and figure 8 it on 2 of the petals. And then you'll just adjust it. So you have the first one. You can trim off some of this. We have that little bit. Whenever you want to trim it, you'll want to twist however tall you want it. So this is our length, and then cut on the uninflated part to let the air out. If you cut on the inflated part, it's going to pop, and what will happen is it'll rip all the way up over here, and you'll have to remake the entire stem. I'm actually good with where it's at right now. So what I would do is push as much air up into the inflated part as you can. Tie that part off, which I'm not going to do at the moment, but you would tie that off and then cut any excess, but you'll have that tail to be able to figure 8 it into the base. For the second one, which is why I didn't worry about tying it off. We are going to do the same thing. We're going to almost fully inflate. I put 9 pumps in these. So it has that tail. This time I'm going to tie this onto my center balloon like a duplex. Okay, so on this one, you're going to squeeze it, make it soft. Then you're going to take about 3 fingertip length and twist it. Then you're going to take about 2 fingertip length and twist it again. And then you are going to put your finger in between. Let's see if I can get this one. Pull up and twist. And as you can see, that makes the right angle. You can take your 5 balloon cluster at that time and just put it arrange the balloons as needed. This will turn real easily, so if you need to adjust it later, you can. We're going to go down to a visible point, do our first twist, do our stems, again, same way. This one a little different because it's easier for me, harder to explain. And then we have our flower. Turn that a little bit so it matches up with the petals. Now on this one it is a little bit longer than I would like, so I am going to trim it. Now this doesn't have a uninflated portion anymore because of all the twists that we've done in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to still twist here, because this is where I want the end to be, and I'm going to squeeze as much air up into this part as I can so that it's softer down here. And I'm going to have a very small pinhole that I'll cut into it and let the air slowly escape. And then I just tie it. So that's all done. And I'll show you how you can put them in. It's really simple. Go in. I like to go all the way to the bottom. Pull it nice and tight. And then figure 8 it. Make sure my weight's pushed up real good and it sits really nice. You can adjust it however you want. You can add more to it if you want. It looks fine either way. But those are different ways you can display your flowers on your table without having to hang them up or just lay them down and they won't go anywhere. These will still move with the air, which makes a really cool effect. So there you go.